Alright guys, today's lesson is going to be about movement refinement. It's going to pertain to posture when we're lifting. So we're going to go through 5 different movement patterns that you guys are going to get from the file on Brightspace called Movement Refinement. I think I'll email that to you guys as well so everybody has it. Welcome to my gym. This is my gym in my house. It's not really set up for video, but we'll do what we can. The lights might be a little hazy or whatever, but we'll try and get through it. The first thing you're going to need to get is going to be a dowel. This is a dowel you can get from, it's just a wooden stick you can get from Home Depot for about $4. The other option is you can get a broomstick. I think this came from Dollarama or possibly Canadian Tire. It is $4. You can see the price tag still on it. As long as it is straight, you can use it. So if you have a broomstick at home, you can use that as long as it's not bent already. That'll work just fine. You just got to peel the broom head off and it's good to go. Make sure you dust it off and you are good to go. So as I said, in the file you're going to have these 5 movement patterns, and these are important to learn. These are basic movement patterns that we're going to use a ton of for resistance training. Whether you are a beginner or an expert, we always want to look for proper posture when we're lifting. Once we add load to the body, we've got to make sure we are lifting it in a way where we're not going to hurt ourselves, which is going to be priority number 1, making sure you don't hurt yourself. And then priority number 2 is to increase performance. So we've got to make sure you're doing it in a way that you are not going to hurt yourself. And the way we can do that, the way I can teach you guys through this modality, is we can talk about using the stick. So as you'll see on that file as you read through it, we're going to talk about the stick. It's going to go on our back. We're going to have 3 points of contact. Those 3 points of contact are going to be the back of the head, your shoulder blades, and the top of your bum or your sacrum. So I'm going to show you that this is the position we want to be in here. And we're going to start with a squat. And that first movement pattern, we're going to start with a deadlift. Our first movement pattern is going to be a stiff leg deadlift. So we're going to slide our hips back, maintaining a nice flat back, maintaining those 3 points of contact. Feet are going to be shoulder width apart. There's a slight bend in the knee. As far as weight displacement in the foot, we want to have some of the weight in our heel, some of the weight in the ball of our foot, and very little weight in our toes. If we see you moving, and you move in a position where you're driving those knees forward, that's not where we want to be. We want to make sure we're sliding those hips back. Alright? Now, if there's any other notes or if you have any questions about any of these movement patterns, make sure you email me and be specific about the movement pattern that you're doing. You guys are going to video these and send them back to me once you practice them and you have them nailed down. Okay? So that's number 1. Number 2 will be the squat, which I mentioned before. Our squat is here. We're going to be more upright. Again, we're going to slide our bum back and down. The weight in the foot is the same place. Back of the heel and the ball of the foot, less in the toes. We're dropping our bum and we're trying to stay more upright. And again, I'm trying to maintain 3 points of contact on the back. After that, we are going to do a step back lunge. So now we're into the single-sided movements. If my left arm is up, it means I'm going to move my right leg first. And that's what you're going to see. And then I'm going to switch sides and I'll do a couple on the other side. So left arm up, right arm moves. We're going to come up to this high knee position. We're going to try and balance on one foot. We're going to step back and down into a lunge. We're going to stay tall. And then we're going to come back up. The other side will be here. The whole time we're trying to maintain those 3 points of contact. Back of the head, shoulder blades, and the bum. Point A, down to point B. Again, I'm not trying to drive my knee forward. I'm trying to keep my foot flat on the ground. Heel and ball of the foot are firmly planted. Toes should be light. Side lunge. I'm going to show you from 2 different views. From the front, this is my right arm that's up. My left leg comes up, I slide to the side, shoulder, hip, knee, all end up over top of this foot. I've got a nice flat back, all those joints are lined up over top of this foot, then I come back to here. from the side. Hip is going back, so that means our bum ends up behind our heel, and we're here. Again, not driving that knee forward. I would continue that on both sides as well. Our last motor pattern, our fifth one, is going to be a single leg deadlift. So from the front, my right, your left is up. I'm going to move that opposite leg, and I'm going to fall forward. I'll make sure I put some movement notes into that file that you guys are going to receive so you can see everything. From the side. Now, a couple notes. We talked about that 3 points of contact. We've got to make sure that our head stays on there. We don't want to drop our head. That means that we've lost a point of contact up top. Or I can bow my back and I can lose contact with my shoulder blades. We don't want to see that. I don't want to round my spine or I lose contact with my bum or my sacrum, my hips. We don't want that either. We've got to maintain a straight back as we go down. Okay? Whatever the pattern is. I'll include some notes in there. If you guys have any questions, make sure you email me. Those are the basic patterns. If you have anything else, any issues, you need to contact me to get that figured out. And we'll see how this video goes. Thanks.